Hello, welcome back to Otter Pop Culture. Today we're going over the debut album by AJ Mitchell called Skyview. So he's an LA-based singer that's been around for a long time, a while now, and he and a lot, or me and a lot of other fans have been just waiting for its album to come out after he's done single after single after single and EPs and just songs that sound really good, but it's just like it just seems like there's a lot of space for some reason or not space. I should say it seems like it's just the album would never come out, and there's a lot of hints, a lot of different sounds coming in, but I was like, I don't really know if this is going to be the sound that's going to be on the album, or is this going to be the sound that's on the album, and we never knew. But finally, it's out, and it sounds exactly what I think it would sound, with a little bit more of an expectation. There's some songs on this that's really, really nice, and the production's really nice, and his vocals haven't really faltered in any way, and I just really love that. So let me go over some of the songs that I like and break down some pieces that I do know from about the songs as well. So starting off with the very first song, which is the third single to this album. So side note, I'm going off of pretty much the singles going on, because there's some singles that came out years before that he put onto this album. So I'm counting that as a single before a single, not really counting it as like, oh, this is the first time he's released this. This is the first song, because it seems like he combined near the end some of the songs that were out for years. So going off of that direction. So this is the third single to this album. But pretty much the single that kicked off the releases of singles to this album. And this one's pretty much called Cameras On, and it talks about pretty much the consistency that his partner has compared to the industry that has towards him. And he seems like, he says, when I think they want me, or they know me well, they try to make me someone else. I know what they do, or what they will do to me. And then he goes, never with you, you love me for me. And it seems like it's partially the theme of this album, with the idea that she's just there for him, and there's a lot of love in that direction. And I love the fact that the beat doesn't really come in, nothing really comes in until a little bit later, and it almost sounds like a second song when the beat comes in, and then he repeats he does his bridge, but the bridge feels like another verse. So I was like, okay, is this a continuation, and we're gonna do another couple verses into this album? I have no idea, but I really, really love that kind of pickup near the end. Going into High Low, which is another one of my favorite songs of the album, very close to one of my favorite, like the favorite song of the album. I just love the smoothness sound of it. I love that I listened to the teaser and then I watched the music video of it. I just love the feel, and I just love the just chill sound of it. And this one's pretty much talking about how he's able to be himself around his partner, and even no matter if he's in a bad mood or a good mood, it's just the partner seems to love him no matter what, and kind of allows him to be in whatever mood he needs to be, or he is in. He's like, when I'm down in the darkest, then you come around and the spark's lit, and I can be myself and be honest. You know how to make things feel like, or you know how to make me feel like it's all right. Love the song, love the production, love the topic. Going to Maybe, this one kind of goes into the opposite way, which is kind of funny. It talks about pretty much them breaking up to find themselves, and maybe reuniting later on to be together again. He starts off, he says, you were my everything, but we got things to find. And I feel like in that direction, seems like it's no one's fault. It's more the fact that they still have more life to live before they can settle down with each other. And it seems like they both agree with this. And it goes, like, we can be free, we can say that we loved and got out when it wasn't enough. It's pretty self-explanatory about this song, but I like the beat, I like the sound, and I like the vocals in this song. Going to the next one, Heaven's Gate. I really like this one. This one, we're gonna get a chunk of this album where it talks about just being in love and being happy in love. So this one's pretty much the same thing. It has a nice little 80s synth, like, production that I was not like ready for. I thought in the beginning it was not really much instrumental kind of sounds or anything, and it kicks in and it's very 80s and a little bit faster, and I love that. Um, this one says, one lyric that I really like is, before we met, I thought I'd seen the best of the best, through a broken lens, found a lucky seven, and I saw heaven. It seems like it's very cute how that's worded, and I love the idea of saying, I thought I've seen the best of the best through a broken lens. And I feel like broken lens means through whatever he been through in other relationships that kind of broke down his confidence and thoughts of love. And so that's his broken lens. I think it's kind of cool. We go into I Choose You and Cheap Red Wine. I like those two. I kind of was trying to figure out exactly what cheap red wine means, because I feel like it's maybe talking about like hooking up with this person and knowing that at the end of it doesn't really change anything, or is it more of he likes this person but he knows it's not it's completely temporary. I couldn't really tell, but yeah. But going to the next one, Lovers on the Moon. I really, really like this one, especially the production's really nice. I love the switch up that comes in at the bridge. It's really nice. This one pretty much talks about just loving his partner and just want to love them so much they go into the moon. They fly up to the moon, how much their love is so intense. Miss You is a really, really sad one that I really, really like. I don't really hear too much people talk about their parents too much, especially parents that you're losing. They're gonna lose. Pretty much. This one talks about that. He's like, he knows he loves his parents, and he knows eventually their days are numbered. They're gonna die eventually, and they're not gonna be around for him in the end. And so that kind of worries him. He's not ready to deal with that, but he knows that it's gonna happen. It's a really beautiful song. It's like, I hate to think about it. My parents, they ain't getting any younger, as much as I don't want to. Yeah, he knows he has to face it eventually, so he's just reminiscing all the good things that they had and all of the good stuff that goes on between them, and kind of cherishing all those moments. Now we're going into the spaces where they're low-key kind of, I think for the fans, he's giving us these songs like Slow Dance with Ava Max. I love the song. I love it so much. It's just everything. I love it. It's the second single to this album. That's how I'm gonna see it. And then it goes into Not About Love, which I think it's okay. I think he wants to write a song that's not about love, and he technically does, but it feels like it doesn't really get me going. It doesn't really pick up too much. It's like, oh, so what do you want to talk about? And it's like, I just want to talk about love. I just want to talk about my happiness, blah, blah, blah. Well, what about your happiness? And I feel like I couldn't really, it's kind of stayed very, very surface level, reminding us it doesn't want to talk about love, but it doesn't really go deeper into the other things he does want to talk about. Going into the last song, which is technically the first single to this album, because it's the very, very first song that's on Spotify that he wrote, and it's his first debut single. He wrote this, still not sure which one's true. One resource says he wrote this song at 9, and other resource says he wrote it at 13. Don't really know, but either way, that's pretty impressive. This song is very impressive for writing as a 13-year-old or 9-year-old, at that. This one talks about the idea of searching for a new girl that's like his ex. And because his ex has changed so much from what she used to be, and so now he's like, I need to find someone that's like the person that you used to be, not the one you are now. And he gives us kind of pieces of just breaking down like how he tries not to think about her, and trying to find people, or all these things that they went through and all the things that experience they had, is one of the things just like it hurts to kind of not have that anymore, but he's trying to find it because it was one of the best things about their relationship. But he does remind us why shit got crazy. So he says, you said, meet me at my house at noon. I waited there. You never came to see me. That's why I want the girl that you used to be. Knowing that girl will never be what he's looking for. Yeah, I like this album. I'm so happy it finally came out. I give this album I'll give it an 8 out of 10. There's some songs that I felt like kind of just I didn't really dig deep into the actual topic, but all in all, the songs are really nice. I love this just light kind of production that goes over everything. It feels really nice. It's very fluffy, like a cloud, kind of easiness of how this album goes through. Like, it's never kind of like, oh, this is really going on for a while. Like, every song comes in when it needs to, leaves when it needs to, and I love that. Leave a comment below. Tell me what you know about AJ Mitchell. If you have more comments about this album, please let me know. If you like this video, hit the like button, subscribe button, notification bell too, to get more of my videos. And thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all in the next video.